Welcome to KiddNation Extra.
Hello.
Oh, it's Friday already.
It's the weekend, baby.
The weekend is here. I actually am hoping for a little bit of rain.
I think
You're going to get a lot.
Are we okay? Because my son's got his first football game.
So you want him to play in the mud?
No, they'll cancel the game.
You want him to cancel?
I feel like we could use one more practice because we got a team with, I think my son and another kid are the only kids that have played, and they only played one other season. So I think one more practice would be beneficial to the kids, you know?
Yeah.
Because they're going to be playing against kids that have been playing for a couple of years.
Yeah, throw them in the pool, JC.
Yeah, nothing gives you practice like a real game.
Right, exactly. I just don't want it to be one of those where you go out there and you get your
destroyed.
butt kicked and destroyed, and then you hate the game.
You learn the most from the loss, yeah.
Yeah.
That's what Cleveland said. They learned a lot over the last 2 years.
How about that, man?
Cleveland Browns won last night.
So Baker Mayfield Kelly is the quarterback for the Browns, and this is a guy who had to walk on in college at Texas Tech.
Oh.
And then he ended up leaving there because things fell through, and then Pat Mahomes took over.
Well, yeah.
And then so he went to Oklahoma, basically had to walk on there. And that means he just came on the team and said, hey, can I join? And became the Heisman Trophy winner.
Wow.
Best player in the country.
I've never heard of him.
Then he became then he was drafted first overall in the NFL draft this past year by the Browns.
Because they had the worst record, they get to pick first.
Exactly.
So he's like, finally, I get to be in the NFL, but I have to play for the Browns.
Yeah, and he's gotten a lot of hate because he's kind of he's got a little bit of an attitude, chip on his shoulder, but he came out last night and gave Cleveland their first game.
Why does he have a chip on his shoulder? Because nobody believes in him?
Exactly. It was that whole thing. It's the underdog story that he has, and he has a little bit. He has a little bit of a past with the law.
Like what?
One time he tried to run away from cops, and the cops caught him.
Why would he do that?
Oh, so he's not fast?
He is fast, though. That's the thing. Apparently, not when he's been drinking, but he's learned from his mistakes.
Oh, he was drinking.
Yeah.
Well, that's not good.
So he's that story of a person who did the wrong thing, but now is turning it into a nice.
He's got to come back.
A nice comeback. Yeah.
He's from Texas.
So I'm cheering for him.
Yeah.
So that was that. That was a great game last night. And what else is going on?
What else you guys got?
Kelly's got to pee.
Oh, really?
Well, thanks, Al.
Oh, I'm sorry.
I do, but I chose to do this instead because I'm a professional and because somebody was in the bathroom.
You know, Alan didn't write me about anything you wouldn't do for him. And I thought he would have something for me, but he never wrote me. I know there's got to be something you wouldn't do for him. We all have that one thing we wouldn't do.
I know, but I just feel like anything I'm going to say is not appropriate for kid TV.
Oh, we'll just think about it.
Yeah.
Three.
You know.
That's probably right. But I don't know that that's necessarily
That's not even what I was thinking, but yeah,
Threesome.
I would say that.
Yeah.
Threesome.
Yeah.
I don't think he would ever ask me
Would
to
you
do
swing?
anything. See, but I'm saying he would never put me in that position.
Just asking.
I'll tell you that. I would
put me in that position.
That's even funnier than threesome.
If my wife asked me, if my wife asked me, do you want to swing? I would no.
You wouldn't?
I can't
I
share.
have learned about some people in my life that swing, and I'm like, are you kidding me? And
I
also
just
kind of offended
can't.
that I've never been invited.
Really?
Like, I think I would be offended if you and Kinsey swung
And we didn't invite
and
you?
didn't invite me, like that I wasn't a choice.
Oh, Jenna, I'm sorry. Yeah, no. You're
okay.
good.
You're fine.
But honestly, I just couldn't do it because I couldn't do it. I just couldn't see my wife with another dude. And
I agree.
I think it would
Too many
cause
rules.
so many problems.
Yeah, right?
But I don't think he would ever ask me to do something like that. So
I do wonder how that comes about, though. Because there's got to be a first.
I think there has to be probably a little bit of freaky in your relationship anyway.
Right?
Mm-hmm.
But
You know, and then when you've exhausted all the freaky, you're like, well, we got to find something now. Now we're bored. Now we got to be a little freakier. And so you try something else. And then now we're bored by that. We got to try something else.
There's a guy right now, a couple, that has been arrested.
Yeah.
A doctor
Well,
and his
that's-
girlfriend.
but they were doing
That's
bad.
They were doing something really bad.
That's
but
not good. That wasn't consensual stuff.
Yeah, but they would send the girl would do it.
Yeah.
As far as
He
who
would
would
lure.
initiate.
Yeah, that was bad. They should go
It's
to prison
always
for a
the
while.
woman that initiates that. Because when I've been hit on at a bar before, it's always the woman being really friendly and chill. And it's always the thigh. It's always like putting the hand on the thigh, which I'm touchy, but that's too close with a stranger when you're talking. And she'll be like, oh, do you want a hand on the thigh? I'd be like, do you want to come hang out with us later? And I'm like, oh, I see.
Oh, the thigh
That's
touch.
where it goes. Yeah.
That's where it is.
Okay.
You don't know until you know, and it happens. And then you put it together, and you're like, that's what's going on.
Yeah.
Oh, whoa, no.
Oh man.
Yeah, I'm interested in learning about how they get into it and the rules and all that stuff,
You know
but I
what?
don't want to get involved
I gotta
because
say, whatever works
Yeah.
Everyone's relationship's so
Yeah.
different and the dynamic and whatever makes you happy, you know?
I just couldn't think of my wife wanting to be with another dude anytime we go out. Like, oh, that guy looks hot. Let's go see if they're into it. No.
It's not for you, JC.
Not for me.
Yeah.
Not
That's
for
not
you.
Yeah.
That wasn't the question for the day, was it?
No, that's not the question of the
not.
day. Question of the day goes to Kelly. Would you and Alan like to meet me and my wife out? Brad wrote us and said, I'm glad you guys liked A Star is Born. I'm really looking forward to seeing it.
Great.
Are there any other movies that everyone's excited to see this year?
Yes, Halloween remake, a movie called Suspiria for me that's coming out with Dakota Johnson, and it's like a remake of some old movie that's really scary. She joins the Berlin Ballet Company, and they're all witches.
You know what? I suck at looking into the future of what's coming out. I'm more into. I live in the moment, and I see the trailers that are out now, and then I get excited about that.
But this is something that I do, or that's fun to do sometimes when you can't decide on a movie to watch. You get on your Apple TV and you click the trailer icon, and you can watch trailers for an hour and a half of movies that are coming out anytime between now and a year from now. So
I want to check that out.
Yeah, you got to watch the trailer button. You got to go to trailers, because then you just one trailer into another, it recommends others, and before you know it, you're lost in trailer world.
That's only an Apple TV?
I don't know, a smart TV maybe. I don't know. It just pops up when I go to my Apple TV when there's Hulu and Netflix and iTunes, and it says trailers and a movie ticket, and that's.
I think I do have that on my TV.
Yeah,
I'll just click on that.
I got a cousin that live in Trailer World.
Highly recommend.
Trailer World.
Yeah.
That would be a good movie.
I can't think of anything that's coming out that I am still looking forward to. I was looking forward to A Simple Favor, and I was disappointed. I just went to RottenTomatoes.com to see what's coming out, but they give A Simple Favor 84% on Rotten Tomatoes.
Really? And you
Is that
hated
too
And I
low?
have never.
Well, you say you hated it, but you didn't like it.
I didn't like it.
Oh, yeah, I forgot. You thought it was just...
It just wasn't. I mean, I love Blake
Too
Lively. I love
unbelievable.
Anna Kendrick. I get that it's a what do they call it? Not a farce. I forget the word. I'm
Suspend
looking
your.
for.
I don't.
trick.
But I get it's a dark comedy and stuff, but
Yeah.
it's just not. It wasn't.
Just
I
didn't
can't
grab
believe
you.
it got 84%.
Yeah.
But anyway, that was the only one that I was looking forward to, and I am disappointed. Now, of course, when I'm at the movies, they play all these trailers. I'm like, oh, I want to go see that. I want to go see that, but I don't even
Then you
remember
leave
what
the
they
movie
were.
theater and you forget.
I forgot.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's my thing. I wanted to see Black Klansman. I was looking forward to it. Great Drake said it was great.
Did you go see it?
No.
Oh.
And just, I want to go see it. Seeing the trailer makes me want to see it, but unless it's just not top of mind, you know, you just kind of forget.
I don't have one right now that I could think of that I'm like, oh, I can't wait to watch it. I guess.
Mary Poppins Returns.
Oh man, I don't know. I guess
just saw that one.
That
That was
cartoon, Littlefoot. I guess I look forward to kids' movies a lot more because my kids are really in tune with what's coming out. But Littlefoot looks funny. That's the one with Channing Tatum.
Yeah.
And basically everybody else in Hollywood is voicing it. And I'm still looking for Red Rising to come out one day. Remember our buddy, the author of that book,
Have
Red
they ever
Rising?
filmed it, or is it still in development?
They're not even development hasn't even started yet. I know the script was done because we talked to them when it was done, and the book was super awesome. The series is great, and I know they bought the rights to the book.
Sometimes that doesn't mean anything. It just never happens.
Yeah, sometimes they don't. Yeah, sometimes they don't make the movies, but I hope they do because the books are so good, and I could see that being.
No,
a
you
movie.
buy it just so nobody else will do it, you know?
Oh, block it.
Yeah, that's a business move.
But he got a script and everything for the movie. But yeah, that's the one I'm looking forward to. But I don't know when that's going to be released. I haven't talked to Pierce in a while, but he has come out with a few more books. Have you talked to him?
No, I don't like him since he stood me up. We were supposed to go out to dinner when I went to LA, and then he bailed on me.
Oh, he got busy?
Yeah, well, I don't like people that stand people up, period. Like, even, I don't think it was like a romantic thing. We were just going to go to dinner since we know each other. We were out there. I don't like when people cancel on me at the
Oh,
last
so he
second.
canceled. I mean, I'm not.
It wasn't like he showed up.
He showed up and he just never showed up. He canceled last minute.
Yeah, but it was like I had kind of gone out of my way to stay a place when I went out to do that movie before we went to
Yes.
Vegas.
Yeah.
So I actually like got my own room to stay in Hollywood instead of staying way out where they were filming the movie because we were going to go to dinner. And then he canceled
Failed.
on me like an hour before. I consider that.
That is.
Yeah, that's
Yeah.
pretty
That is
last
pretty much a
minute.
stand up.
Yeah.
Huh.
Yeah.
I didn't know he did that.
Oh, yeah, I never told you guys that. There was so much going on, and then I met you in Vegas, and I think I didn't care that much. I was just kind of put out by it, so
Yeah.
I didn't want to hate on your friend, but boo you, Pierce.
Boo.
Boo, Pierce.
Still could do that.
Just flaky. I think just flaky. I don't like flakes.
Right.
You know what?
I've done it in the past,
He's
so
a
I
guy
can't
with
say
options.
I've never done it.
He's a guy with options.
Yeah.
You know?
Again, Al, that's totally fine. I'm
not-
not mad
I'm not-
about that. It's
Yeah.
just bailing.
Yeah. That's what guys with options do.
In fact,
they bail.
I think I have bailed on Jenna before too. and I felt bad.
Yeah.
You can have options and still be a decent person.
Exactly.
Yeah.
People with options don't automatically
Like,
just
hey, can't do it.
fail.
Christian,
Yeah, you bailed. You know the best way to not do it is to not make plans and then to surprise someone and be like, I can make it. I don't commit to things I can't go to.
Yeah.
Christian Bale.
Christian Bale.
Hey, make sure you join us next week, though, Kid Nation, because we still have Beat the Bank Extreme. The $10,000 vault is still out there to be had. We have Channing Tatum on the show, Justin's interview with him, and my interview with Kevin Hart as
Awesome.
well.
Can't wait for that.
That's coming up next week. We'll see you then. Have a wonderful weekend. We're going to go have our rainy weekend.
Yep.
Bye.
Bye.